We tell your stories every day, live. This is NBC 33 News Morning Edition.
Good morning. I'm Emily Turner, and thank you so much for joining us. Today is Monday, July the 21st. Storm Tracker 33 meteorologist Kyle Myers here now with a first look at your back-to-work weather. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Emily. Looks like we're not going to see as much wet weather as we have seen the last couple of days. Saw quite a bit of rainfall around South Louisiana here for today. We're tracking some coastal showers just south of the Highway 90 corridor, but for the most part, we are looking to stay mainly dry into our afternoon as we'll see the sunshine to start our day, as we are seeing a mainly clear sky here this morning. Kind of hazy out there though, with that humidity really hovering overhead. We're right now sitting at 73 degrees in Baton Rouge, 75 in Gonzales, most of us around the mid-70s from Morgan City through Houma. Looking for temperatures back to the lower 90s through the day today, and those feels like temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. But not as wet into our afternoon today, as we stay mainly hot and dry. Rainy forecast into about our Wednesday time period. We'll have details on that forecast in just a few. Let's first take a look at our traffic outside for you this morning. Looks like things are pretty quiet on our interstate systems. Nothing major to report, so just make sure to buckle up and drive safely. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. Emily?
Thank you, Kyle. It's 5:01, and staying on the roads, you will be allowed to drive over the railroad crossing on Essen Lane. The KC Southern Crossing got a makeover this weekend, and the road is back open. Now to our continuing coverage on the crisis in Gaza. Secretary of State John Kerry is headed to Egypt today. Kerry will meet with Egyptian and other senior officials in Cairo to push for a ceasefire. The announcement comes on the heels of the deadliest day yet in the battle between Israel and Hamas militants in Gaza. Over 70 Palestinians were killed and 13 Israeli soldiers just yesterday. Among them, 2 Americans who held dual citizenship. In 2 weeks, close to 500 people have died, over 3,000 hurt. International outrage continues to grow over the treatment of victims on Malaysia Airlines Flight 17. According to reporters on the ground in eastern Ukraine, 50 of the close to 300 bodies have not been found yet, 4 days after the plane was shot down. As for the bodies recovered, they've been loaded onto refrigerated trains. A Dutch team is en route to identify the dead today. Rebels haven't turned over the black boxes yet. The U.S. says strong evidence suggests a Russian-made surface-to-air missile fired from rebel territory took the plane down Thursday. Vladimir Putin is still pinning the blame on Ukraine's military campaign against the rebels. Another deadly weekend in Baton Rouge tops your NBC 33 crime tracker this morning. A Baton Rouge man has died in the hospital after someone shot him while he was sitting in his lawn chair. Police don't know who killed 21-year-old Travis Polk on Mission Street Saturday night. He was shot multiple times in the chest. No one saw the shooting, but neighbors did hear it.
And I kept looking around. I went to all my windows and I looked. I saw nothing. And then eventually I came back to the front again and I looked and I saw maybe about 11 or 12 police cars coming up. That's when I turned my attention to the police and I found out what you all know.
If you know who killed Travis Polk on Mission Street over the weekend, call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. Baton Rouge police say 21-year-old Tyrell King is in jail for shooting and killing 27-year-old Joseph James Jr. James was found with a bullet wound in his back in the middle of Scotland Avenue Saturday morning. Police tell us the shooting was an accident and that King was messing with a gun in the back seat of a car before it went off and shot James. King was booked into the EBR Parish Jail on negligent homicide charges. A 90-year-old Baton Rouge man died in a house fire this weekend, and his 87-year-old wife barely got out in time. Neighbors are mourning the death of Steve Paxson, who died after his AC unit malfunctioned and sparked a fire at his Bay Street home. That's where he and his wife Helen, of 50 years, spent the last 40. Helen Paxton is still in the hospital recovering, and the whole neighborhood is very upset.
The Paxtons, the Prices and myself, we've been here the longest out of all these people around here now. I know over 30 years. So we were like family.
Firefighters say the heavy smoke killed 90-year-old Steve Paxton. They kicked in the door and saved Helen. Last we heard, the 87-year-old woman is still in the hospital recovering. Happening now, firefighters are still battling wildfires in the Pacific Northwest. Fueled by dry conditions and shifting gusting winds, several fires, some merging to make even larger ones, have been devouring everything in sight in Washington state. This cluster of blazes has destroyed hundreds of square miles over the past several days. Power poles and phone lines have been knocked down.
Scary is not how you can describe it. It's just undescribable, actually. I've been shaking for a long time, so that's all I can say.
Over 100 homes have been lost since lightning strikes ignited the fires Monday. That number is expected to rise. No deaths or injuries reported, and local officials say that's a miracle. Unfortunately, no miracle near Sedona, Arizona, where a small plane fell out of the sky and sparked this fire. All 4 people on board were killed. It happened about 3 in the afternoon yesterday. The fire is still burning out of control this morning. The cause of the plane crash is still under investigation. A hot air balloon riding way too low to the ground there, and you won't believe what happened next. Amateur video showing a crash landing into power lines next. Plus, the widow of a smoker is awarded not millions, but billions by a big tobacco company. The case that's turning lots of heads this morning. Straight ahead.
And we have a mainly hot and dry forecast as we begin our work week, with chances of rainfall increasing by about Wednesday. Details on your Storm Tracker 33 Futurecast after the break. Welcome back. As we push out the door this morning, don't really need those umbrellas, and you can probably actually pack them away for today and even into our tomorrow. We have low chances of rainfall in the forecast the next couple of days. We will start to track more showers around the area into our Wednesday time period, a little bit more widespread rainfall. But as of right now, we're tracking some offshore thunderstorms, even into areas of coastal Louisiana, further off towards the south, just south of the Highway 90 corridor. Seeing some rainfall out there this morning. Again, not going to see rainfall, though, here into Baton Rouge as far as we go today. 73 degrees currently in Baton Rouge, 75 in Gonzales, 76 in Houma, 75 for you in Morgan City. Most of us around Acadiana in the mid to lower 70s as well. That's what we're going to see through the day today as we push into our afternoon highs into the lower 90s for all of us. Into our futurecast, let's take you step by step into at least our afternoon. You'll notice that we stay mainly sunny and dry. Still some offshore showers possible into about our lunch hour. As we push into your evening, a few more clouds are possible, and this is when we're going to be forecasting our slight chance of rain. We're going for 20% by this afternoon, so a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky moving into your bedtime hours with that slight chance of rainfall, and we look to stay mainly dry through tomorrow morning, but clouds really hold with us into our overnight tonight as well through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So here today, mostly sunny skies to start the day, and then we'll see a partly cloudy sky by the end of it. Stray thunderstorms possible by this afternoon, around 20% coverage, so that means 80% of us do stay dry. 91 our afternoon high, north winds at 5 miles per hour. A few clouds here overnight tonight, hazy and humid, 72 as we wake up through tomorrow morning, and more of the same moving into the rest of the work week. Here's our 20% chances of rainfall with a high around 92 on Tuesday, 91 on Wednesday. Scattered thunderstorms possible, more widespread into our Wednesday, Thursday. Scattered chances continue Friday, Saturday into our Sunday. Afternoon highs stay around the lower 90s through the next 7 days with morning lows in the mid to lower 70s. Let's take a look at our traffic outside for you this morning. Things are flowing nicely on our interstate systems. Nothing major to report. Make sure to buckle up and drive safely, though. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. Emily?
Thank you, Colin. It's 5:11, and the strongest typhoon to hit southern China in 4 decades has killed 17 people. Officials say the typhoon killed 9 people, and 5 people are still missing after the storm hit off China's southern coast this weekend. 8 others died as the storm pushed into China's mainland. The typhoon was the strongest to hit southern China in 41 years and is the same typhoon that killed 94 people in the Philippines last week.
Gonna hit him. Call the ambulance. Call him. Call 911. Hurry up. Call 911.
Witnesses caught the moment a hot air balloon crashed into some power lines just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. They noticed the hot air balloon dipping very low to the ground, started filming, and saw it get zapped. 5 people on the balloon were burned. No update on their condition this morning. The feds are trying to figure out what went wrong. This home in Spring Hill, Florida remains off limits after a large sinkhole opened up underneath it. It's about 40 yards wide and 30 feet deep. Officials don't think it's growing, so neighbors were allowed back into their homes. A widow of a smoker who died of lung cancer is $23.6 billion richer after suing a tobacco company over her husband's death. But R.J. Reynolds, the maker of Camel cigarettes, says it will appeal the Florida ruling. Cynthia Robinson sued R.J. Reynolds after her husband, Michael Johnson, a smoker, died of lung cancer in 1996. And Friday, she and her family were awarded $23.6 billion. An attorney for the Robinson family spoke out on Saturday and says the verdict is sending a message to all of the tobacco companies.
And not only to tobacco companies, but to all of those companies that feel that, for whatever reason, profits come before people and safety, and that's just not the case.
The case is one of thousands filed in Florida after the state Supreme Court threw out a $145 billion class action verdict in 2006. In just 11 days, all public universities in Louisiana will be smoke-free. A new state law goes into effect August the 1st that will ban cigarettes on campus grounds. Many Louisiana schools taking that one step further, banning all tobacco products. A hero soldier will get the highest military award there is tonight. Straight ahead, find out what Sergeant Ryan Pitts did that went above and beyond the call of duty. But first, a reminder on why airplane tickets are going up starting today. We'll be right back. It's 5:17, and today President Obama will award the nation's highest military honor to a soldier who risked his life to save fellow troops in Afghanistan. In the early morning hours of July 13, 2008, Army Staff Sergeant Ryan Pitts and his unit were attacked by about 200 Taliban insurgents. After surviving a grenade explosion, Sergeant Pitts called for help, no answer, and kept fighting the Taliban alone, even though he couldn't stand up. By the time reinforcements arrived to rescue him, Pitts was nearly dead, but as you can see, he survived and is now a proud father. The Pentagon says Pitts displayed incredible courage and valor in the battle that claimed the lives of 9 American soldiers. Also today, one of the facilities at Kennedy Space Center is being renamed. The Space Center's operations and checkout building are going to honor Neil Armstrong. He was the first person to set foot on the moon in 1969. Yesterday was the 45th anniversary of Apollo 11's landing on the moon. A reminder that starting today, airline tickets are going up. TSA is raising the fee it charges flyers, more than doubling what's already tacked on to every airline ticket, going from $250 per leg to $560. A layover longer than 4 hours will also trigger the $560 fee. So try to reduce the number of legs in your flight and look for shorter layovers when booking tickets. When it comes to packing for vacation this summer, most Americans are also packing portable devices. But as Chris Clackham reports, smartphones aren't the only electronics going along for the ride.
If you're like the majority of travelers this summer, you're packing more than just your swimsuit when you go on vacation. A survey by Consumer Reports found that 94% of Americans are bringing electronic devices along, and not just their smartphones.
Make sure you bring your headphones or your tablet, because a lot of people, want to be doing a variety of things on their vacation.
What to bring also depends on where you're going and what you're doing.
For instance, if you are going to a really scenic area, obviously most people are bringing their smartphones, but you want to think about a digital camera.
And in addition to packing electronics, don't forget about packing content.
Take the iPad, preload it.
Entertainment on the road has gone digital too, which means preloading devices with books, movies, and TV shows for binge watching.
You have to download. If you download the show of your choice and you spend the money, you're going to have it on your computer. You can watch it on the plane. You can watch it anywhere.
That was Chris Clackham reporting. And you also want to make sure you don't forget your accessories like memory cards and chargers and extra batteries, especially for destinations where you might not have access to outlets. It's almost back to school time, and it looks like parents will be dropping some serious cash to get their kids ready. The National Retail Federation says Americans will spend about $26.5 billion on back-to-school items. A recent survey shows the average family with kids in K through 12th grades will spend just under $700 on things like supplies, clothing, and electronics. The survey found families with high school students will spend the most, while those with elementary school students will spend the least. $700?
Glad I don't have a kid right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think probably the high school students have to use computers and stuff a lot nowadays
but
too.
The elementary school students are using them too.
Kids
All
these
of them
days.
have iPhones. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Let's take a look at our day planner for our day today. Looking for temperatures returning to the lower 90s for your afternoon. We do have slight chances of rain in your forecast, but most of us do stay dry into our afternoon. Starting to drop those rain chances overnight tonight as our temperatures fall into about the lower 70s through tomorrow morning. Still a very muggy forecast here for us into our day today. We're going to be around 87 degrees by 6 o'clock this evening, 78 degrees by 10, and then again into the lower 70s through tomorrow morning. Much of the same for tomorrow. Increasing chances of rainfall into our Wednesday, Thursday. Details on your 7-day forecast coming up after the break. Welcome back to Time Now 524. Taking a look at our interstate systems this morning, this Monday morning. Nice and quiet still on our roadways, so nothing major to report. Just make sure to buckle up and drive safely. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. As we take a look at our forecast for you as well this morning, pretty quiet out there. 72 our current temperature, almost hazy though. That humidity at 100%. 72 our dew point. Visibility says 0 as of now, but that's just a lot of that haze kind of hovering overhead. So not really too foggy outside as you start your day, but just be prepared for a pretty muggy one out there. Mostly sunny skies through our 10 a.m. hour. Those chances of rainfall increasing to about 20% through your afternoon. Mainly dry through 2 o'clock. A spotty thunderstorm or two possible into your evening. Temperatures top out around 91 this afternoon, then falling back into the mid to lower 80s this evening. By tonight, dropping through the 70s, lower 70s by tomorrow morning, similar to this morning. Doing so again tomorrow morning with a mostly cloudy sky overnight tonight and still mainly dry. 92 tomorrow, 91 on our Wednesday, Thursday. A 40% chance of rainfall by Wednesday, Thursday, still scattered into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with our highs near 93 degrees into our upcoming weekend, with morning lows in the mid to lower 70s. So it's going to be a little bit of a muggy forecast the next several days, with chances of rainfall mainly low today and tomorrow. So if you have some outdoor plans, didn't get the lawn mowed this weekend, perhaps maybe today or tomorrow, but just take it slow outside. It's going to be pretty hot out there.
Oh yeah, not the prettiest of forecasts right there.
Well, very summer-like for us though.
All right, thank you, Kyle. It's 525, and our coverage continues on the lack of access, the largest crime scene in the world right now. Outrage is growing as international investigators still haven't been allowed to go into the crash site of Malaysian flight MH17. Instead, pro-Russian separatists, the people being held responsible for shooting down the passenger plane, are reportedly the ones collecting bodies, black boxes, and other potentially critical evidence. We'll have the latest on that coming up next. Then, Governor Jindal, a keynote speaker at a GOP conference in Colorado this weekend. He's also near the top of a new presidential straw poll. The results straight ahead. And it's a rash of violence in Chicago. 40 shootings over the weekend. One stray bullet killed an 11-year-old girl. How Chicago plans to find the person responsible coming up next. 526, and we'll see you right after this.
We tell your stories every day, live. This is NBC 33 News Morning Edition.
Thank you so much for waking up with NBC 33 today. It's Monday, July the 21st. Storm Tracker 33 meteorologist Kyle Myers joins me now. Humidity redonkulous outside right now.
So crazy. We're making up words for it this morning.
It's crazy out there.
Yes, very
so
humid.
Thick.
Yes, very humid for us this morning. We do have some showers even offshore as we are tracking those for you as we're waking up. Actually going to stay dry though into our day today. Mainly dry. We do have a slight chance of rainfall, around 20% for our afternoon, but you'll notice all the offshore showers and thunderstorms remain offshore over the last 3 hours as we push into our day today. Still actually a mostly sunny sky into our afternoon and those isolated showers possible. 72 degrees our current temperature in Baton Rouge, 75 in Lafayette. We're around 76 through New Orleans, 76 as well in Houma. All of us off towards the north actually waking up in the upper 60s from areas of Shreveport and Monroe. Not going to be the case for us anytime soon as we're going to stay mainly hot and dry into our forecast. Also not as wet into our day today as we saw from this last weekend. We were seeing those high chances of rainfall from our weekend into our work week here this week, mainly hot and dry. We do have rain in the forecast by Wednesday. We'll have details on that forecast in just a few. Let's first take a look at our traffic outside for you this morning. Looks like things are still nice and quiet on our interstate systems. Nothing major to report. A little hazy out there though, so make sure to buckle up and drive safely. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. Emily.
5:30 and now to the latest on Malaysian air flight MH17 that crashed last week. International investigators are pressing for more access to the crash site, claiming critical evidence is being compromised. As Danielle Lee reports, the U.S. says powerful evidence indicates Russian-backed separatists are to blame for the crash.
Cranes moved debris from the downed Malaysia Flight 17 as international teams struggled to access the crash site to investigate and recover the victims. Nearly 200 bodies have been piled into refrigerated boxcars by pro-Russian rebels, and internationally, outrage is growing.
It is an absolutely shambolic situation. It does look more like a garden cleanup than a forensic investigation.
Конфликт на востоке Украины.
In a video statement this morning, Russian President Vladimir Putin said the crash should not be used as a political tool. Secretary of State John Kerry has pointed fingers at Moscow for arming rebels in Ukraine. He says mounting evidence suggests pro-Russian separatists are responsible for shooting down the plane.
We picked up the imagery of this launch. We know the trajectory. We know where it came from.
Republicans are calling for new sanctions on Russia, criticizing the Obama administration for not being tough enough.
President Obama is trying to be deliberative. It comes off as indecisive. He's trying to be thoughtful. It comes off as weakness.
Now, more than 3 days after the crash, aviation experts worry the scene has been compromised and critical evidence potentially lost. In Washington, I'm Danielle Lee, NBC News.
Later today, the United Nations Security Council is expected to vote on a resolution calling for full access to the crash site and an international investigation. Violence in Gaza peaked Sunday as both sides in the conflict suffered their highest death toll since the Israeli offensive began 2 weeks ago. More than 70 Palestinians and 13 Israeli soldiers were killed Sunday. Israel's prime minister says he's sorry about every innocent person who is hurt, but still blames Hamas.
We're sad for every civilian casualty. They're not intended. This is the difference between us. The Hamas deliberately targets civilians and deliberately hides behind civilians.
Secretary of State John Kerry is headed to Egypt today, hoping to get both sides to agree to a ceasefire. Out of St. Martinville, Louisiana this morning, a deadly explosion is under investigation. We're told 56-year-old Clayton Charles was killed near Southside Park in St. Martin Parish. What we know is that someone was burning scrap metal in the area. There was a blast and debris from the explosion hit and killed Charles. We don't know if anyone is facing charges this morning. We're expecting more details on this later today. President Obama will sign an executive order today barring federal contractors from discriminating on the basis of sexual orientation. The action will update 2 previous orders about discrimination already on the books. It adds sexual orientation and gender identity to a list of protected categories for federal contractors. Senior administration official says the order will affect 24,000 companies that employ some 28 million workers, roughly a fifth of the nation's workforce. Governor Jindal criticized the president while trying to rally Republican support in Denver, telling the crowd the American dream is in danger.
If you listen to this president's policies, you listen to his rhetoric, you hear a president trying to divide us by class, by geography, by gender, by race. You hear a president who describes an America whose best days are already behind us. The American dream I learned about was an America where our best days are always ahead of us.
Jindal could be a presidential contender in 2016. He took fourth in a straw poll at the Western Conservative Summit, taking the most votes Dr. Ben Carson, Senator Ted Cruz, and Sarah Palin. Another deadly weekend in Baton Rouge tops your NBC 33 crime tracker today. Police say one of the two deadly shootings was an accident. BRPD investigators say 21-year-old Tyrell King shot his friend in the back while messing with his gun. 27-year-old Joseph James Jr. died after police found him barely alive on Scotland Avenue. James died at the hospital. He was sitting in the front seat of a car when King's gun went off. King is locked up in jail on negligent homicide charges. A second deadly shooting in Baton Rouge is unsolved. This one happened Saturday night on Mission Street. Police say someone shot and killed 21-year-old Travis Polk, who was just sitting in a lawn chair underneath a carport. He was shot multiple times in the chest. If you know who killed Travis Polk on Mission Street over the weekend, call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. 2 people shot dead in Baton Rouge, 40 shootings total reported in Chicago over the weekend, and that includes an 11-year-old girl who was killed at a friend's sleepover Friday night. Police say Shamia Adams was hit by a bullet that came through a window. Local officials and religious leaders are offering an $8,000 reward for information leading to the person who opened fire. City officials are calling the weekend violence, quote, unacceptable. A machine that astronauts use when they get back from space is helping people on Earth walk again. We'll show you how this treadmill works right after the break. And when it comes to marriage, millennials are saying, I don't. The result of a new survey up next.
Another hot and humid day forecast for South Louisiana. Details on your Storm Tracker 33 full forecast after the break. Welcome back. Our Monday morning, mainly dry here in Baton Rouge. A little hazy, though, across the capital area. Most of us actually seeing that humidity hovering overhead in South Louisiana. Tracking a couple of isolated showers offshore here this morning. All that activity actually continues to stay offshore around Morgan City all the way through Houma here south of the Highway 90 corridor. All seeing that isolated shower activity for us in Baton Rouge. Actually looking for a mainly dry day. Still pretty hot out there, though. 72 degrees our current temperature in Baton Rouge. We're at 74 in Gonzales, 75 in Hammond, 76 through Houma. Most of us from New Orleans all the way through Lafayette, at least in the mid to lower 70s to start our Monday morning. So as we push into our day today, you probably won't need the umbrellas. You may want to keep them nearby just in case, though, we do see that isolated pop-up thunderstorm into your afternoon. You'll notice from 8 o'clock through noon today, mainly dry from Baton Rouge through Plaquemine, Donaldsonville. The further south you go, the more chances of rainfall we do have. So increasing that scattered chance to about 30% probably for you in Morgan City, off towards areas of Houma as well, seeing a better chance of rainfall than us here in the northern sections of the viewing area into our afternoon today. So afternoon clouds expected as those pop-ups do form around the area by 10 o'clock tonight. Also looking for a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky, and through tomorrow morning still the clouds try to hold with us with that humidity really hanging overhead as well. We're looking for temperatures back to the 70s by tomorrow morning. But here today, mostly sunny skies to start the afternoon, partly cloudy to end them. Stray thunderstorms possible at 20%, 91 are high. North winds around 5 miles per hour, 72 in Baton Rouge tomorrow morning with a few clouds, hazy and humid also through tomorrow morning. A 20% chance of rainfall into your Tuesday, 92 are high. 91's Wednesday, Thursday with better chances of rainfall at 40%. Scattered chances of rainfall Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with our morning lows returning to the mid-70s coming up this weekend. Let's take a look at our traffic outside this morning. Looks like things are nice and quiet on our interstate systems. Nothing major to report, so just make sure to buckle up and drive safely. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. Emily?
540 new this morning on NBC 33. While you were sleeping, 2 trains crashed head-on near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, causing 5,000 gallons of diesel to spill out. This is as close to the wreck as our cameras could get. We're told 10 cars flew off the track. Concerns over the spilled diesel forced the evacuation of all homes within a half-mile radius in the middle of the night. No word on injuries yet. A NASA-engineered piece of equipment is giving some patients their legs and their lives back. Holly Hojek shows us how it works and why one patient says it's out of this world.
Just for a second. There you go. Put it back down.
Locked and loaded. The Alter G is not your typical treadmill.
Oh, it's wonderful because I know I can't fall and I'm supported everywhere.
Before this, Nancy, who's 74, had fallen several times, so badly she was afraid to walk on her own.
I mean, I was in really bad shape.
This is only Nancy's 3rd time using the anti-gravity treadmill.
And in just 3 tries.
Yeah, I can tell a difference.
Before Nancy used it, astronauts did. NASA engineers designed this piece of equipment so astronauts could reintroduce themselves to gravity after being in outer space.
It feels good. My knees don't hurt.
The anti-gravity treadmill uses differential air pressure to help hold the body up and reduce the impact on Nancy's lower body.
It feels like I'm young, like I could walk when I was young.
3 cameras are placed strategically around the treadmill.
Oh, I love it.
So therapists can watch the patient's feet on the screen and make corrections to their walking pattern in real time.
It really helps me concentrate on heel first.
Allow us to start the rehabilitation process earlier and hopefully speed it up.
From head to toe, Nancy is feeling better.
I didn't realize how anxious I was to take a step until I came here and we started working.
So much change you're looking.
Truly.
That was Holly Hojek reporting. That treadmill cost $47,000, but there is one at the Baton Rouge Spectrum, a gym on Perkins Road by Kenilworth. Check out the findings of this survey on marriage. Today's young American adults are on track to have the lowest rates of marriage by age 40 compared to any previous generation. If the current pace continues, more than 30% of millennial women or those with birth dates between 1981 and 1998 will be single by age 40. That's nearly twice the share of their Gen X counterparts born between 1965 to 1980. A new report by the Urban Institute says more Americans are living together without getting married, and they're having kids without tying the knot. The explosion in singles has an economic downside. Married couples are often better off financially, which means they can spend more. The lives of two popular entertainers remembered this morning. First, a centenarian jazz legend from New Orleans, then Hollywood's cowboy, soldier, detective, astronaut, and race car driver. A look back at actor James Garner's amazing career right after the break. And jazz lovers everywhere are mourning the death of a New Orleans legend, but also decades of his music remembered. Lionel Furbos, the famous jazz trumpeter, died yesterday at the age of 103, just days after celebrating his 102nd birthday. Furbos performed jazz all over Louisiana for decades. He was believed to be the oldest working jazz musician, even performing last year at Jazz Fest. The film and television world is also paying tribute to famous actor James Garner, who passed away Saturday of natural causes as well at the age of 86. Mark Barger has a look back at his fabulous Hollywood career.
This is Jim Rockford. At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Whether he played an ex-con turned private eye, a roguish Western gambler, or a small-town pharmacist, James Garner's laid-back charms and man's man appeal won him fans on TV and in movies.
I guess I'm just an old-fashioned boy at heart.
The Oklahoma native's first notoriety came in the late 50s in the lighthearted TV Western, Maverick.
The only time you ever quit when you're winning is after you've won it all.
Following Maverick, Garner found movie success, romancing Julie Andrews in the Americanization of Emily, chatting up Marlon Brando in Sayonara, and taking on the Germans in The Great Escape.
Bob Altman said one of my problems is I make it look like it's easy. I appreciate him saying that because he knows for a fact that it does not come easy.
But it seemed to with what many considered Garner's signature role. Seen it all Private Eye Jim Rockford in the Rockford Files.
I suppose you're here for your money.
Yeah, that's right, sure am. Hold on.
Garner earned 5 Emmy nominations as Rockford, winning in 1977.
You're 33?
He also scored an Oscar nomination in 1986 as Best Actor for his work opposite Sally Field in Murphy's Romance.
Remove your hands from the lady.
Garner returned to Maverick in 1994, a big screen remake this time. But Garner surrendered the title role to Mel Gibson.
A fleeting glimpse of eternity.
In recent years, Garner continued working on film.
Full-scale yah-yah alert.
And on television.
Just look at him. Look at him. He's taking over the whole living room.
One of Garner's final roles was that of a dying millionaire in the 2006 drama, The Ultimate Gift. In Garner's case,
thank you, neighbor.
Acting was his gift.
You know, you can make people laugh, but it's harder just to make them smile.
And James Garner did. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Garner is survived by his wife, actress Lois Clark, their daughter, and a stepdaughter. The family battle that surrounded radio host Casey Kasem during his final days continues to rage on after his death. Although the 82-year-old passed away on June 15th, his body has yet to be buried. Now, according to the publicist for Kasem's daughter, Carrie, the family doesn't know where his body is. The publicist says Kasem's wife of more than 30 years, Jean Kasem, took his body from a funeral home in Washington State, but Jean Kasem says his body is not missing. After performing together for more than 50 years, Monty Python said goodbye to a packed house in London. One of Britain's most iconic comedy troupes says this was their final time together ever. The fans cheered as surviving members performed a string of medleys and sketches. Many fans dressed up as some of their favorite characters and felt the emotion of the event.
It's like your favourite band breaking up. You know, the thought that they won't perform again is just like, but I'm so honoured to have been here.
Thousands of fans jumped at the opportunity to see the Pythons perform one last time. Tickets for the show sold out in just 44 seconds. At the box office this weekend.
Do they look like just apes to you?
Dad.
Malcolm, what are you doing?
Dad.
Malcolm.
It's okay.
Okay, the apes rule again. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes holds on to the top spot for the second week in a row, earning $36 million. The Purge Anarchy debuted in second place with more than $26 million. Another sequel, Disney's Planes Fire and Rescue, opened in third place, earning $18 million. 5:51 and time to check out that NBC 33 Futurecast. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Emily, it's going to be another hot and humid one today. Looking for temperatures already at least in the mid to upper 70s into our 8 o'clock hour. By about our lunchtime, looking for temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, and our feels like temperatures at least in the lower 90s, about 91 degrees by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Our highs 91 through Plaquemine as well as Donaldsonville, 89 for you in Morgan City. Still at least in the upper 80s, lower 90s into your evening commute. Falling fast, though, back into about the lower 80s as you head to bed tonight around 10 o'clock, 83 here in Baton Rouge. Through tomorrow morning, we're still looking for morning lows around the mid to lower 70s by 6 a.m. around 78 degrees, or perhaps a little lower than that, but still a mostly cloudy sky expected overnight tonight and chances of rainfall in our extended forecast. Details on that forecast coming up in just a few. Welcome back as you take a look outside here this morning on our interstate systems from areas of I-10 at Nicholson at the Mississippi River Bridge all the way towards the I-10-110 split. Even all is quiet, nothing major to report. So just make sure to buckle up and drive safely. This traffic update brought to us by the Murphy Law Firm. Taking a look at our temperatures outside for you this morning, pretty muggy, 72 degrees our current temperature, a calm wind with 100% humidity, dew points at 72, anything from 70 or above is very oppressive. Visibility as of right now says 0, but that's actually because we are seeing that humidity so high. Not seeing any problems with that fog this morning, but kind of hazy as you're headed out the door. So it is going to be another muggy day as we push into the afternoon, looking for highs around 91 degrees. By 2 o'clock this afternoon, a 20% chance of rainfall into your afternoon. Most of us stay mainly dry into your afternoon and even the evening. A few spotty storms are possible, though, especially along the coast here into our day today. 78 degrees by 10 o'clock, a few clouds, mostly cloudy overnight tonight and muggy still through tomorrow morning with our lows dropping into the lower 70s. 92 tomorrow afternoon, a 40% chance of rainfall Wednesday and Thursday, so actually better chances of seeing some thunderstorms into about midweek by the end of the work week as well. Still scattered chances of rainfall at 30%. 30% Saturday and Sunday. If you're already making some weekend plans, plan to at least keep the umbrella nearby, but that'll be pretty typical for us as we push into our weekend with those scattered thunderstorms. Highs around 93 degrees by Sun, and we're looking for morning lows in the mid to lower 70s for the next 7 days.
I'm already looking forward to the weekend.
Yep, me too.
Yep.
Already making some plans.
Right. 5:55, and we'll see you right after this.